What a day! I see you've made it back to Castle Donovan as well. Well, then welcome back, boys and ghouls, to a very special Halloween double feature episode of Damian's Dreadfuls. I, Lord Damian MacDonovan, will continue to be your ever-so-charming host for the remainder of the program. So, how did you like our little trip through the Market of the Macabre? We'll be making a few more side trips here and there the rest of the program to catch up on what else I've been up to. Some of you may recall that our last episode invited you all to come join me at Star of the Day Event Productions Macabaret. So we'll get to see a little of how that show went. In the meantime, let's get started on our second feature film of the evening. You know, one of the only things that I actually bought at the Market of the Macabre was this beautiful print of Vincent Price, created by Kirsten Almeida, or Margiota. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. And this is quite fitting, actually, as our next film has been described by film threat writer Phil Hall as the best Vincent Price movie ever made. And while I am partial to the House on Haunted Hill and the Roger Corman's Poe series myself, I'd have to agree with him. It's certainly the best version of this particular movie ever made, anyway. Yes, creeps, while tonight's second feature film, The Last Man on Earth, has had 2 remakes, this one, again, did it best. We'll talk a little bit more about the film as we get through it, but for now, let's get started. Here on Damian's Dreadfuls is Vincent Price in 1964's The Last Man on Earth.
Another day to live through. Better get started. December 1965. Is that all it has been since I inherited the world? Only 3 years. Seems like 100 million. an empty, dead, silent world. More of them for the pit. Every day there are more of them. They live off the weak ones and leave them for the pit. KOKW calling. Come in. KOKW calling. I'm on international frequency. Come in. Can't bear to see their image. It repels them. I need more mirrors. And this garlic's lost its pungency. There was a time when eating was pleasurable. Now it bores me. Just fuel for survival. I'll settle for coffee and orange juice this morning. But first, there's my life consider. I'd better replace that garlic. I'll need more, lots more. Better stop off and get them. I can't afford the luxury of anger. Anger can make me vulnerable. It can destroy my reason, and reason's the only advantage I have over them. I've got to find where they hide during the day. Uncover every one of them. Now, where did I finish off yesterday? Madison Street to 31st Avenue. 11 kills. Over 3 years. And there's more than half the city I haven't searched. Just wide enough to keep the flesh apart so their body seal can't function. And how many more of these will I have to make before they're all destroyed? They want my blood. If their lives are mine, and I still get squeamish. Wait, that garlic. I'd better put it back where it belongs. I can't live a heartbeat away from hell and forget it. one more stop I'll have to make. I can get rid of them later. Right now, I'm out of gas. Still fresh. But I'll take only what I need. They've got to last. They can wait, too. I've got my life to worry about. Those mirrors have to be replaced before dark. square blocks to search. How many of them still exist? How long will I have to keep up this search? I haven't much time left. It'll be dark in an hour. Now, 12 long hours before the sun will rise and drive them back to darkness.
Morgan, come out. Come out. Morgan, come out. Come out.
Mom, I can't see! I can't see! Mom!
Another day. Another day to start all over again.
Hello there, creeps. Enjoying the movie so far? I know, it's a bit slow at first. In the long run, the pacing works, but it can seem a bit tedious. Unless, of course, you're a fan of Vincent Price's voiceover. Obviously, I don't mind it at all. Though the dubbing can get a little weird at times. But that's what you get when you film the entire movie in Italy. Yes, though the movie was originally optioned as a Hammer Films product, the British censors blocked it from being made, so the rights were sold to producer Robert Lippert, who decided to save money by filming in Rome with an entirely Italian cast and crew, save for Price, of course. Originally, legendary director Fritz Lang was supposed to take on the project, but it was ultimately given to Sidney Salkow. Richard Matheson, who wrote the novel the movie is based on, as well as the original screenplay, felt that Salkow was a bit of a drop. He had other issues with the film too, but I'll get to those a little later. In the meantime, let's pick up the pace a little bit and check out a few clips from my recent appearance at the Star of the Day Macabaret. Please. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long year, stolen many man's soul and faith.
Come into these arms again and lay your body down. The rhythm of this trembling heart is beating like a drum. I'm playing with his fingers, yes, he was singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life. You're so beautiful, razor edge and charming, you're so careful when I'm in your arms, 'cause you're working, building a mystery, holding on and holding it in. I'm under your spell, how else could it be? Anyone would notice me. I'm under your spell, how you set me free, brought me out so easily. I saw a world enchanted, spirits and charms in the air.
Starting to wish you'd come out to join us yet? Well, we'll see a little more of the Macabaret later on. For now, let's get back to the movie.
birds. God, how I miss you. The sun's already set. They'll be everywhere.
It's Morgan. Get him. Morgan. Do you hear, Morgan? Morgan. Do you hear, Morgan?
3 years. Hey, Verge.
Yes? Oh, no. My makeup. My hair.
Hey, where is everybody? All I can see
Hi,
is...
Ben.
Oh.
I can hear children, but I can't see any children.
Uncle Ben! Uncle Ben! Hey, look at how I'm crazy. Ben, Uncle
Kathy.
Ben, Uncle Ben! Where'd you bring me?
Open them and see. Open them and
Oh,
see.
come.
Kathy. I got a fun too. I'm gonna punch this thing.
Take a look at this.
It's highly theoretical, Ben.
Theoretical. Do I have to remind you that theory is a beginning of solution?
Is Europe's disease carried on the wind? Is it, Ben?
Could be.
And if it is,
It isn't, Verge.
is that what you really think, or just what you'd like to think? Robert?
I cannot accept half-baked theories that sell newspapers. I'm a scientist, not an alarmist.
You're whistling past the graveyard.
Is that a commentary on my work at the lab?
We both know how hard you've worked.
I'm sorry, Ben. I just can't accept the idea of universal disease.
Uncle Ben, you promised y'all's card trick.
All right, Kathy. Who can resist that face? All right. Card tricks.
Robert, is it possible this germ or virus could be airborne?
Anything is possible, Verge. The best brains in the world have been running through this thing with a fine-tooth comb. The germ is visible under a microscope, but it's not like any bacilli ever known.
In what way?
It can't be destroyed by any process we've been able to uncover.
But with the whole world trying, there must be a solution.
Mommy. Hey, Mommy, when are you gonna cut the cake?
Right now, our problem is to cut that cake.
Hey, Mommy! Hey, Mommy!
Coming.
wind wake you up?
It always does.
How do you feel?
I'm all right.
Oh, don't get up, honey.
I'm not sick, Bob. I'll make
You
your
don't
breakfast.
have to.
I'll be all right. Go on and read your paper.
All right. Oh, sweetheart, look, if you don't feel well, please go back to bed.
I'm just a little tired, that's all. I wish somebody would find a vaccine.
It's all we're working on at the lab, Verge. Maybe you better not send her to school today.
All right. You think you should go to work?
I have to.
Oh, Bob. Bob. I'm so frightened.
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
Well,
The bacilli are multiplying.
that kicks the bone marrow theory in the head.
This specimen shows a higher white count than when I put it on the slide. Those cells are still living, Dr. Mercer, off one another.
There has to be an answer. You heard that all communications are ended outside the continental limits?
Yes, I heard.
That leaves it in our laps. So we keep trying. Where's Cortman?
Well, he should be here by now.
You two stay on this virus theory until I decide it's exhausted.
Right.
Yes, sir?
Morgan will fill you in.
All right, sir. And what did the great man of science have to say today? More of the usual?
Oh, he's trying, Ben, just like the rest of us.
And nothing works. The streets are swarming with truckloads of bodies that they're throwing into that god-awful pit. And the dedicated Dr. Mercer goes on with his plodding, unimaginative approach.
You have a better idea?
Maybe. At least it involves imagination.
Ben, it's as simple as this. An unknown germ is being blown around the world. It's highly contagious and it's reached plague proportions.
And you don't believe some of the dead have come back?
Now, let's get to work.
And why are they burning the bodies? Why don't they bury them?
Because it's the best known way to control the contagion, to keep the germ from spreading.
That's what we've always believed, at any rate.
You'd prefer us to believe in vampires?
If they exist, yes. There are stories being told, Bob.
By people who are out of their minds with fear.
Maybe. But there are too many to be just coincidental. Stories about people who have died and have come back.
They're stories, Ben, stories.
And why are the infected people always so tired in the daytime? Why can't they stand the sunlight? Why are they only seen at night?
Come here. Look.
I know his nose.
Look. Now, is this bacilli or isn't it?
It doesn't alter.
And this bacilli is found in the blood of every infected person, or isn't it?
To show me germs is not to refute these stories, Bob. Point is, if there are vampires, they exist in spite of these germs.
Come on, let's get to work.
And until further notice, this station will continue its around-the-clock coverage of this national disaster. And now, we switch you to the state capitol, where His Excellency, the Governor, is speaking from the Executive Mansion.
Further, I have, in conjunction with the federal government, declared this state to be a disaster area. The public health is dependent on bodies of the deceased being burned. You must notify the health department immediately if you have a plague victim in your home. Under no circumstances should you gather publicly. In view of the dire emergency that exists, I intend to...
Anything new?
Huh? No, nothing new. Nothing.
Mommy, where are you? Mommy, I can't see. Mommy.
I'm going to call the doctor.
I said no. Virg, there's nothing they can do.
We can't just let her lie there.
Well, this way she has a chance. If you call a doctor, he'll report it. Do you want that?
Mommy, help me. Mommy. Mommy, please help me. Mommy, help me.
How can you be so sure she's...
Blindness is one of the symptoms. You're not to call a doctor under any circumstances. No one is to come into this house. Now remember that.
Mommy. Mommy. Mommy, where are you?
I've got to pick Ben Cortman up on the way to the lab. No one is to come into this house. Now remember that.
Who's there?
It's me, Ben. We're late. Ben, what's the matter with you?
Nothing, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Ben, look, let's talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. You think I'm out of my mind. You laughed at me and my theory. You might be one of them.
Ben, look, you're ill. You ought to see a doctor.
No doctors. You take care of your life, I'll take care of mine. Now get away from here. You understand? Get away from here!
Ah, welcome back, boils and ghouls. Your ever so charming host, Lord Damian MacDonovan, here again, taking another break from tonight's second feature film. As you no doubt have surmised, the creatures that Vincent Price's character, Dr. Robert Morgan, is fending off are supposed to be vampires. Now, I've seen a lot of vampires, both in real life and on film. In fact, I'm going to start a video essay series soon in which I attempt to review every vampire movie ever made. However, I'm not sure I've ever come across vampires quite like those in The Last Man on Earth. They are simultaneously slow-moving and weak, yet somewhat semi-intelligent. They are almost more like some type of zombie than they are a vampire. But it would be another 4 years before we got the roaming zombie apocalypse care of Romero's Night of the Living Dead. But yes, they are supposed to be vampires. In fact, the novel that the film is based on, I Am Legend, was voted by the Horror Writers Association in 2012 as the vampire novel of the century. I'm a little surprised that that didn't go to Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire, though. And strangely enough, 2012 was actually the year the final Twilight movie came out. Maybe they were trying to put the final coffin, well, the final nail in Edward Cullen's coffin. Of course, I'll be trying to do that too with my essay series. I was planning on calling it That's Not a Vampire, and comparing the creatures in all of the great vampires of cinema history to the creatures in Stephenie Meyer's novels, and proving once and for all that the Cullens are not, in fact, vampires. The werewolves aren't actually werewolves either, but that's a whole other story. At least they admit that in the novels. Oh, that reminds me. I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for a place called the Ho Folks. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ah, ooh, werewolves of London. Ah, ooh.
God knows I'm sleeping all these demons away. You're a ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash out the pain and out of balls. I'm sleeping all these demons away. You're a ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me away. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
See, we'll have a stream, evil's funner than it seems. You'll play on our softball team if you join us. We'll all have a ball, organize a big pub crawl, and spend Sundays at the mall if you join us.
Critique our evil slang, even grow some evil fangs. You can score some evil tag if you join us.
Being evil is divine, you'll be dead and so refined.
Party like it's 99.
Double toilet trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Double toilet trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Something wicked this way comes.
If you're looking for anybody but me, forget it.
Are they all gone?
That's right.
Is there any hope from the latest reports?
No, not yet. But believe me, Morgan, We'll find an answer.
When, Doctor? We need it right now. I need it.
You're the only one who wasn't afraid to come here today.
What's going to happen, Dr. Mercer? Is everybody in the world going to die before someone finds the answer?
No, I don't think so. I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
All right, let's roll.
When? When?
I called a doctor. I had to.
I told you not to call anyone.
Mom, she was blind. She couldn't see. She kept reaching out her hands, groping for me. And then, all of a sudden, she was gone. When they came in, I tried to stop them. They took her.
I saw a truck out there. Was that it? Was it?
I'm sorry, lady. There's nothing I can do.
Let that truck through. Get out of the way. Get back, folks. Nobody's allowed out there. Please, all of you, get behind those lines. Look sharp there. Move. Move along.
Make way for that truck. Make way.
Hey, you, mister! Come back! Come back!
Did this truck just come in from Market Street? I said, did this truck just come in from Market Street?
Mister, I don't know.
Hey, you don't belong in here. Get out. I said get out. I want my daughter.
Mister, a lot of daughters are in there, including my own.
Verge.
Verge. Oh. No. I won't let them put you there, Virg. I promise. I won't let them put you there. Who is it? Who's there?
Morgan! We're going to kill you, Morgan! Morgan! You hear? Morgan! Morgan! Do you hear, Morgan? Morgan! Do you hear, Morgan?
If Cortman thinks he can get to me by destroying my car, his wits are getting dull. This convertible would be nice. Probably handles well. But I can't think of comfort. There was a time when I shopped for a car. Now I'm looking for a hearse. This station wagon will have to do.
Alive. It's alive.
Wait! Don't run away! Come back here! Don't run away! Come back! Come back here!
Wherever he is, I've got to find him. If I have to search every street, every house, every alley, every inch of this town, I've got to find him.
Come back!
Hey, boy, where are you? Where are you, pal? Come here.
They're dead. They've been staked. But these are made of iron, not wood, like mine. Someone else is alive in this world. But where are they? Where are they hiding? How many are there? Where did they come from? Why haven't I seen them?
This is Robert Morgan. If somebody can hear me, answer me. For God's sake, answer me. This is KOKW calling. KOKW calling. Answer me.
So you finally decided to come back. It's all right, boy. Good boy. Don't worry, boy. You're going to be all right. Yes, you are. There, now we've got you all cleaned up, You're gonna feel better. I'm gonna put you down here now, and you can rest, Got you all cleaned up. There you go, rest. Oh. You know they're out there, don't you? You poor, driven thing. Everything's gonna be all right. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Everything's gonna be all right. All right. You're going to get better. We're gonna have lots of happy times together. You'll see, everything's gonna be fine. What's the use?
Poor Dr. Morgan. To be given some fleeting hope with the arrival of a new friend, only to find that they too are infected and must be put down. At least the dog in the most recent remake had a somewhat heroic death. Will Smith's dog saves him from a bunch of zombie hounds, but gets bitten. This poor labradoodle-looking thing shows up already plagued. That might be one of the only good things that the 2007 remake actually did right. Like I said earlier, this original is probably the best adaptation, and the best movie in general of all three versions. Even Price, who had a certain fondness for the film, agreed, and Rotten Tomatoes seems to be on his side, giving Price's version a 71% fresh rating, with Charlton Heston's The Omega Man from 1971 has a sad 59. Smith's I Am Legend at least did a little better with a 69%. And that movie misses the entire point of the plot and the title. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any information on what Matheson thought of the 2007 remake, despite him being with us until 2013. But he was definitely not a fan of Heston's. He had issues, of course, with this version, too. He felt Price was miscast and that the direction was poor, and despite writing much of the screenplay himself, he felt that the effort was inept. He even insisted that a pen name be used in place of his for the writing credits, hence Logan Swanson. He'd say in later interviews that he felt an ideal remake would star Harrison Ford and would be directed by Frank Miller. I don't think we'll ever get to see that, though. And even if we got another remake, they'd probably make the vampires all CGI gargoyles again, like in Smith's version. And speaking of flawed character design, who the bloody hell thought that making this thing the Philadelphia Flyers mascot was a good idea? I mean, you're going to scare kids away from the game. Look at it! It's like Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure had a baby with a critter. You look like a psychotic Scooby-Doo villain. I mean, I've hunted down creatures of the otherworlds for 300 years, but I have never seen anything quite as soul-piercingly disturbing as this deranged Muppet. It wants your souls, people! It wants your souls! Sorry about that. I just haven't been that disturbed by something since my trip through Lovecraft country. Anyway, let's finish off the movie.
Wait, I'm not gonna hurt you. Can't you understand? Wait! Wait! I'm not going to hurt you. Wait! Wait! Wait. I couldn't be out here in the daylight if I was one of them. You know that they can't come out until sundown. Do you want to come with me or do you want to face them? You feeling better?
Yes,
Would you like a cup of coffee?
thank you. You seem very well organized here.
Yeah.
My name is Ruth Collins. I was married. I lost my husband. You are alone? You were married.
Yes.
Children?
A daughter.
What are you doing? Please stop, please. Stop it, please. You're making me sick.
Why do you turn
Please.
away?
Please.
Why do you turn away? you are infected.
No.
Infected systems are allergic to garlic.
You think I'm one of them?
You will be.
You've made up your mind just because I...
You can't change the facts by talking.
Facts? What facts? That I got sick? I've had a sensitive stomach all my life. I saw my husband killed, torn to pieces right in front of our house. I've been wandering ever since, hiding at night, not eating more than scraps, sick with mourning, sick with fear, unable to sleep. Then you shout at me. You chased me across a field, hit me, dragged me to this house. And to top it all, when I get sick because you shove a piece of reeking garlic in my face, you tell me I'm infected.
Where are
Let
you
me
going?
go.
You can't go out there. It's almost sunset.
Let me go,
You
I
can't
said.
go out there now. In a few
I
minutes,
don't
the streets
care.
will be full
Let
up.
me go.
At
I don't
least let me give you a
care.
blood test.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You must be hungry. I'll fix you some dinner. You know, you should eat.
I can't. You seem used to them.
Oh, as much as anybody could be. I'm not frightened of them anymore, if that's what you mean. Oh, I protect myself against them, but only because there's so many. Individually, they're weak, mentally incompetent, like animals after a long famine. If they weren't, they surely would have found a way of breaking in here a long time ago.
Come out, Morgan.
Hear that? That's Ben Cortman. He was my friend.
Your friend?
He was like a kid brother. If I could find him and destroy him.
But you said he was your friend.
When I find him, I'll drive a stake through him, just like all the others.
But you lived through all this. Do you know why?
Perhaps I was chosen. That's a laugh. Or perhaps it's because a long time ago when I worked in Panama, I was bitten in my sleep by a bat. My theory is that the bat had previously acquired the vampire germ. By the time it entered my blood, it had been strained and weakened by the bat system. As a result, I have immunity. Well, it's only a guess, but it's all I have to go on.
You don't think that I'm immune, do you?
It's a simple matter to find out whether you are or not.
What will you do if I am infected? Cure me? You don't have to answer. I know as well as you do. It's incurable.
There might be a way. If not of killing the germ, at least of containing it, keeping it from spreading. If I had the equipment, the time.
Which you don't.
are one of them.
I was. And without that injection, I'll be one again.
What do you mean? You found a solution?
That's right. Exactly as you said it could be. I take that for it.
What is it?
Defibrinated blood plus vaccine. The blood feeds the germ. The vaccine keeps it isolated and prevents it from multiplying. We've had it for some time now.
We?
There are quite a number of us.
And I thought you were alone. I was going to cure you. Does that amuse you?
No.
Now, I want the truth. I want all of it. Why are you here?
To find out if you know any more than we do. You know far less. We're alive. Infected, yes, but alive. We're going to reorganize society. Do away with all those wretched creatures who are neither alive nor dead. Start everything all over again.
And you want me to join?
You can't join us. You're a monster to them. Why do you think I ran when I saw you? Even though I was assigned to spy on you. Because I was so terrified of what I'd heard about you. You're a legend in the city, moving by day instead of night. Leaving as evidence of your existence bloodless corpses. Many of the people you destroyed were still alive. Many of them were loved ones of the people in my group.
I didn't know.
Is there any way you can get out of here?
What do you mean?
They're coming after you tonight. That's why I was sent here. To prevent you from resisting them. I'm supposed to keep you here. Until they come.
To kill me?
Yes.
Your new society sounds charming.
The beginning of any society is never charming or gentle.
And you pretended to be shocked at my violence. Well, what are you waiting for? Why don't you go on and use it? Get it over with. Use it. Get it over with.
Now you know. What are you going to do? What are you doing?
It's already done.
What?
Look. You see? It worked, Ruth. The antibodies in my blood worked. My blood has saved you, Ruth. Do you know what this means? You and I can save all the others. We won't be alone. We'll never be alone again.
You are sure?
Wait. Don't be afraid. Where are you
I've got
going?
to get out of here. Tell them you're not a threat to us.
You can't go out there.
You
You
can save all
wouldn't
of
get
us.
10 feet.
When they come here, there won't be time for questions and answers. They'll come to kill. For God's sake, Robert, let me go. Oh, Robert, please.
Ruth, look, tomorrow.
Please. Oh, Robert.
Tomorrow, Ruth. Tomorrow will be
No.
all right.
Robert, no. Robert.
Yes, Ruth.
What if this doesn't last?
But it will. I've already checked it under the microscope. Wait, I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. I'll check it again. Ruth, just take a look at this. This'll prove it to you. Ruth, there's no change. I've double-checked.
Robert!
Ruth. Ruth!
Robert!
Ruth, get away from her! Ruth, are you all right? Are you all right?
Run, Robert! Robert, run! Robert, run! They've come to kill you, Robert. Run! Run!
Up there!
There he is.
Wait! You don't understand! Wait!
Get him! Get him!
Wait!
Surround the block! Move! Move!
Got her outside! Stand back.
There he is, in the church. Over there. All of you freaks, mutations.
Hold it.
You're freaks. I'm a man. The last man.
Robert.
They were afraid of me. They were afraid of me. They were afraid of me.
I didn't know.
Don't cry. There's nothing to cry about. We're all safe now. All safe.
See? That's how you're supposed to end this story. Will Smith's version totally missed the point. Granted, this one doesn't exactly spell it out as well as the book does, but it's certainly far better. The protagonist has to realize that he is the monster now. He's the creature that this new society fears. I am legend. Whatever. At least I won't have to listen to Ben's sad and lifeless droning outside of Price's front door anymore. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the film, fiends, and I hope you have had fun following me around the Market of the Macabre, as well as the musical talents of my guests and I at the Macabaret. Well, there's only a few nights of this wonderful season left before it's the turkey's turn to fend off the jolly fat man. I am going to go out and do as much partying as I can in the meantime. And you, the next time I tell you I'm going to make a public appearance, be there. Well, I am heading out for the night creeps. I have been your ever so charming host, Lord Damian MacDonovan. I bid you all a safe and horror-filled happy Halloween. Have a ghastly evening, and thank you ever so much for joining me on my science fiction double feature. Dr. X will build a creature, and Francis stars in Forbidden Planet.
Your pretty face. But don't underestimate the importance of